you guys don't mind, I'm recording the class. It's just for my, like, I watch myself, then I can learn more from myself in teaching, and I can teach better. So it's just for me to see how crazy I am.
I'm not going to see our face, our pictures will get
if you say it's okay. It's for me, but if you guys are okay with it, I might, if on Instagram, if I just put like a snippet of it, is that okay? Okay. I can only do it for a minute anyway, so. Sorry.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. Just pretend it's my own. We're going to start in child's pose today. Knees out wide, allowing your forehead to come to the mat. And either fingertips above, or you can have them, your hands by your side, fingertips pointing to the back of the room. Taking a deep breath in, filling up your lungs, and letting it out. Taking in a deeper breath, filling up a little bit more, a little bit more, and letting it out. Okay. With each breath, you allow your lungs to pull in more air. And as you exhale, you release more air. So your lungs are opening and stretching, releasing all the stagnant air stuck inside, getting deeper and deeper. So to bring your awareness into your body, starting with your feet. The way the tops of your toes feel on the mat. Working up your legs, your knees, your thighs to your hips. Through the center of your body to your shoulders. Down your arms, out your fingertips. Up your neck and out the crown of your head. Bringing breath to all the areas. Some that need it, some that don't need it, but you want to get to it anyway. Taking a deep breath in, filling up, opening, expanding your lungs, and pushing it all out. One more. Big breath in, fill up as much as you possibly can. And breathe out as fast as you can. Come back to your breath, deepening, incorporating the ujjayi, that deep, audible breath, constriction on the back of your throat, building the inner deep. Making a TP with your right fingers, so placing your right fingertips, lifting the palm, threading the left arm underneath the right armpit, opening up, stretching the side shoulder. Taking a deep breath in and out. And on your next exhale, coming back to center. And switching sides. Take a big breath in, stretch through your side body, let it out. On your next exhale, come back to neutral. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, lift your bum, come into downward facing dog. Big breath in. Start to pedal out your feet, warming up the back of your legs. Pushing your chest back towards your thighs, lifting your tailbone up to the ceiling. Bending your right knee, looking underneath your left elbow. Stretching your side body, opening up, maybe leaning a little bit more, maybe bending your left elbow. Back to neutral and switching sides. Back to neutral. Big breath in. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Separate your feet hip distance. You can either grab opposite elbows, keep your fingertips on the ground, or even interlace your fingers behind your back to open up your shoulders. Allowing your neck to get heavy, your head to get heavy. Bringing the crown of your head closer to the ground, opening up your spine one more vertebrae at a time. Breathing deep. Bringing your fingertips back to the ground. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine all the way up, fingertips up to the sky. Hands at heart center. Closing your eyes. Taking a big deep breath in and letting it out. Setting your intention for this class. Deep breath in, lifting your fingertips up to the sky. Reach and fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Low push up. All the way down. Cobra, pulling your shoulder blades back, lifting your heart. Downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. One breath in, one breath out. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, fingertips to the sky, reaching up as tall as you can, and fold. Halfway lift, and do flow. Breathing out all the way down. Breathing in, upward dog, and out, downward facing dog. Breath in. Walk or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Reach up all the way as tall as you can. Come up onto your tippy toes. Back to your heels, lifting your toes. Up onto your tippy toes. Back onto your heels, lifting your tippy toes. And fold. Halfway lift. And do flow, linking your breath to your movement. Downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. One more time, big breath in and out. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine all the way up. Reaching up tall, up onto your tippy toes. And then this time, slowly, bending your knees and coming all the way down as slow as you can. Tighten your core. Bring your hand to heart center. Hands back up and shoot and fold. Halfway lift and flow. Downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Jump or walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine all the way up. Up onto your tippy toes. And slowly working your way down. Tightening your core. Using those thighs. Yeah. Then this time, coming back to boat. Go flat back, lifting your heart. Grabbing your thighs, start to rock and roll. And then work your way up, back up to a seat like this. Use your core. Yeah. And shoot back up and fold. Halfway lift and flow. Breathing in, upward facing dog, and out, downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Walk or hop your hands, your feet turns. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, reaching up tall, onto your tippy toes. And coming back down, sitting on your heels. Shifting back to boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. And then grabbing your thighs, rocking and rolling, getting yourself back up. Even if you need to use your hands to push you up. But try and use your core as much as possible. And then shooting back up and fold. Halfway lift and flow. Downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, fingertips to the sky. Up onto your tippy toes. And this time, coming into your chair on your tippy toes. So squeezing your knees in together to give yourself some stability. Back onto your heels. Hands at heart center. Pushing your chest into your hands, so pulling your shoulder blades down your back, tucking your toe in just a tiny bit to create a flat back. Practicing your arms. Deep breath in and fold. Halfway lift and flow. Breath in and out. Lifting your right leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. Kicking it back. Lifting a little bit higher, squeezing your glutes. Bring your knee to your nose. Kicking it back one more time, lifting up a little bit higher, and pulling it through for warrior one. Opening up your stance, so walking that front foot forward just a little bit. Sitting a little bit deeper, pulling your shoulder blades down your back. And maybe closing your eyes. Feeling your lungs as they pull in air and push out air. Feeling your toes push into the mat. Deep breath in and flow. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. Kicking back, lifting a little bit higher, knee to nose. Kicking back, lift your leg a little higher, squeezing your glutes, knee to nose. Kick back, and pull through warrior one. Taking up as much space as you need to. Spreading your fingertips. Tightening your biceps and triceps. Sitting a little bit deeper. Maybe closing your eyes. This time bring your awareness to your core. Feel your belly tightening. Feel the muscles along your spine, squeezing your spine, creating a long flat back. Your shoulders come down your back. And your breath gets deeper. Deep breath in and flow. Breath in and out, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Big breath in and let it out. Hop or walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, fingertips to the sky. Move slowly up onto your tippy toes. Then down, taking your squat. Utkatasana. Drop your heels. Cactus your arms. Breath in and fold. Halfway lift. And you flow. Breathing out all the way down. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your left leg high. Bring your knee to your elbow, your left elbow. Lower it to hover by your wrist. Back up, hover, back up, hover, back up, and kick it back. Pull it through for warrior two. Walking the front foot forward, opening up, taking up that space. Now coming up onto that top tippy toes, front tippy toes. Yeah. Use your hands to ignite your arms, then ignite your shoulders and your back, your belly, that help your thighs, your calves, and your foot. Reach forward, reach up, reverse that warrior, staying on your tippy toe. Breath in, and windmill vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, and out. Lifting your right leg high. Bring your knee to your elbow. Hover by your wrist. Back up to your elbow. Hover by your wrist. Up to your elbow. Hover one more time. Back up and kick it back. Pull it through, warrior two. Beautiful. Open up your stance. Up onto your tiptoe, igniting your calves, squeezing your thighs. Leaning forward, reversing your warrior, reaching up, stretching that side body, keeping that nice tippy toes. Breath in and Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, lion's breath. Walk them up to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, reaching all the way up onto your tippy toes. Come to Utkatasana. Then come all the way down, shift back to boat. Low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. Place your feet down, hip distance. Place your hands behind you. Your fingertips pointing at your bum. Then reach up for tabletop. Bring your bum back down and back to boat. Low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. Bring your feet back down, set up your tabletop one more time. Lift up. Lift those hips as high as you can. Bring your butt back down. Boat one more time. And then start to rock. Using your core up onto your feet. Yeah. Back to Utkatasana. Practicing your arms. Deep breath in and forward. Halfway lift and flow. Downward facing dog. Breath in and let it out. Lift your right leg high. Pull it through for warrior two. Come up onto your tippy toe. Reverse your warrior. Reach up high. Breath in and windmill vinyasa. Breathing out all the way down. In for Uttara and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high. Pull it through warrior two. Tippy toes. Reverse your warrior. Reach up. Stretch your side body. Breath in and you flow. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath in. Lion's breath. Lift your right leg high. Stack open your hips. Bend your knee. Point your toes this time. Reach, stretch. Flip your dog if it's in your practice, otherwise stay here, keeping that top up high. Lift your hips. If you're all the way, flip your dog, come up onto your tippy toes. Yeah. Come back up. Shift back to tripod dog. And drop your foot down. Push your chest back to your thighs. Lifting the opposite leg. Stacking open your hips. Bending your knee, pointing your toes. Opening up your side body. Getting long. Flipping your dog. Reaching up with those hips. Up onto your tippy toes. Back down. Back to tripod dog. And bring your foot back to the earth, pushing your chest back to your thighs. Big breath in. palms into your mat, setting up for crow. So placing your palms, setting up that foundation there. Then bending your knees, coming onto your tippy toes, putting your knees into your armpits, or as close as you can get. And then flying high. Yeah. 3 breaths in your full extension. And then after your 3 breaths, you can either go through a vinyasa or just go back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Lift your left leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, arching your back. Kicking it back. Knee to elbow. Cover over your wrist. Back to your elbow, kick it back. And step forward for crescent lunge. Coming onto your tiptoes. Pulling in your core. Yeah. More balance. Back down to your heel. Bringing your hands to heart center. Bringing the right elbow to your thigh and twisting. Maybe try coming up onto your tiptoe here. Yeah. Back down. Opening up your wings or taking a bind, whichever you prefer. Breathing deep, opening your heart. Hands back to heart center. Going back to crescent lunge. Now engaging your core, tightening your belly. You can either hop and go to airplane, or you can just try to go right into it instead of just a tiptoe. Keeping your hips parallel, opening up your heart. Yeah. Bringing your hands down to the earth, standing splits. Reaching that back leg high. So squaring off, squeezing your glutes, lifting that thigh as high as you can. Bringing your forehead towards your shin. Bringing your leg back down, forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Rise and shine, reach all the way up. Fingertips to the sky. And fold. Halfway lift and flow. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Lifting your right leg. Bring your knee to your nose. Kicking your back. Bring your knee to your elbow. Hover by your wrist. Back up and kick it back. Pull it through for crescent lunge. Pardon? Crescent.
Supposed to be on the same line?
No, it's down. We did left last time. You can do left this time. Sitting a little bit deeper, coming up onto your tippy toe. Using your core, engaging your thigh. Back down and taking your twist. Pushing that elbow into your knee, pushing your palms into each other. Opening your wings or going up onto your tippy toes, whichever you took on the other side. You want to play around with it. Back down from your tippy toe. Open up your wings a little bit more. Maybe look up to your thumb. We go somewhere new. Sometimes we falter, but just keep at it. Reaching up, opening your heart. Hands back at heart center, coming back to crescent lunge. And then again, either taking a hop and lunging or just going right forward into airplane. Using your core. Yeah. Making your hips parallel to the earth. Opening up your heart. Bringing your hands down to the earth, kicking that top leg up, standing splits. And even here, hollowing out your belly a little bit, giving yourself some space, engaging your core and your glutes helps you lift that leg higher. Bring it back down, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, reach up, stretch up, and fold. Halfway lift and flow. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Lift your right leg high. Step through to crescent lunge. Up onto your tippy toe. Back down. Taking your twist. So really pushing your hands into each other. This time making a fist with your top hand and pushing it into the bottom hand as hard as you can. Pulling your shoulder blades back and down. Tucking those hips. Making them parallel to the ground so you're twisting with the center of your back. This is amazing for digestion. Back to center. Reaching up, shifting forward to airplane. Dropping your hands, standing splits. And here, this time you can take a couple of hops if you want to do handstand prep. Or you can stay in standing splits and get that deep stretch. Go with your breath. Yeah. Got 2 more breaths. And then come into forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Separating your feet hip distance. Allowing yourself to go a little bit deeper than you were in the beginning of class. Letting your back open up, your head get heavy, the backs of your legs are opening even more. Your breathing gets a little deeper. Bring your hands back to the ground. Halfway lift and fold. Rise and shine, reaching all the way up, fingertips to the sky, and fold. Halfway lift and either flow or go straight into downward dog, whichever you prefer. Big breath in and let it out. Lift your left leg high. Knee to nose. Kick it back. Knee to elbow. Lower to your wrist. Back up. Kick it back. Pull through for crescent lunge. Hug onto your tiptoe. Using your core, shoulder blades back and down. Back to your heel. Twist open. Making your fist, pushing that fist into your palm. Like act like you're smashing rocks or something in between your hands. Or you're making tea leaves, I don't know. But push as hard as you can. Opening up your heart. Squaring off your hips. Yeah. Back to center. Shifting forward to airplane. One last time. Bringing your hands down. Either staying in standing splits or doing handstand prep on this side. Use your breath. When you're tired, we tend to hold our breath and forget about it. But if you're doing handstands, you need to breathe. You're forward folding and you breathe. Come to a forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Separating your feet, allowing your head to get heavy, shifting forward onto the balls of your feet. Deepening your breath. Maybe shaking your head yes and no, releasing the tension between your shoulder blades. Bring your hands back to the mat, halfway lift, and fold. Rise and shine, all the way up to reach. Bring your hands to heart center. Setting your foundation in your left foot, lifting your right knee. And then keeping it out straight. Lifting a little higher. And either grab your toes or begin your knee, but opening up to the side. Keeping with your breath. Back to center. Releasing your grip, keeping it out. And down. Reach up, stretch, maybe back in. Hands back at heart center. Set your foundation in your right leg. And then bend the left. Straighten. Using your core, keeping your spine as straight as you can, like you're karate kicking. Lift a little higher. Try to keep your hips squared. A little higher. And then either grabbing your toes and opening or your knee. Back to center. it one more time. And then back down. Reaching up, getting long, and fold. Halfway lift. And either flow or go into downward dog. Deep breath in. One more big breath in, pulling as much as you can in. Line this breath. Lift your right leg high. Pull it through for warrior 2. Straightening your front knee, coming down to triangle. Scooping your right hip under, opening your side body, opening your heart, deepening your breath. Spreading your fingertips, opening up that palm, reaching back. Tucking back up, lifting your torso, pointing all 10 toes to the leg side. Opening up your heart, and then folding forward. Either grabbing your ankles and pulling, or walking your fingertips underneath behind you. Bringing the crown of your head closer to the earth. Shifting forward onto the balls of your feet. Relaxing your shoulder blades. Breathing deep. Maybe adding a little bit of organic movement. Bending one knee and bending the other. Wiggling your hips. Placing your hands back underneath your chest. And using your core, coming back up to standing. Pointing your toes out just a tiny bit. Bending those knees, opening up your inner thighs, acting like you're going to lean back against a wall. So your spine is up long and straight. Up onto your tiptoes. Down to your heels. Lift your toes. Try to shift back just a tiny bit. Find that edge where you feel like you're going to fall over, but you're not. Shift forward onto your tiptoes. Back down. One more time on your tippy toes. Drop your heels. And fold forward. Going a little bit deeper. Allowing your head to get a little bit closer. Placing your hands back underneath you. Then bending your right knee for Standasana. So your left stay straight, toes go to the sky. Yeah. And you can try to bind here, or just stay lifted. And back to center. And then over to the other side. Take a bind on this side like you did on the other. Back to center. Lifting your heart, putting your hands on your thighs, and then all the way up. Pointing your top toes to the front of the room. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, breath in. And as you breathe out, you flow. Downward facing dog. Your left leg goes high. Pull it through, warrior two. Taking up your space, opening up a little bit more, walking your front foot towards the front of the room. Taking triangle. So now that you open up a little bit more, maybe try switching your hand variation. So maybe grabbing your calf and allowing that stretch to be a little bit deeper since you're opening up that space. Slightly bending your knee, coming back up. All 10 toes face this direction. Open your heart, and this time, trying not to use your hips to fold forward, use your core. So try to keep your hips in the same space as you fold forward. It's gonna take more time. But you're using your core instead of just the turn of your hips. And bring your hands all the way down. Yeah. And you can take tripod headstand if it's new practice. Otherwise, allow yourself to just go deeper and deeper into that forward fold. Breathing deep. With each breath, your lungs get bigger and wider. You're bringing more fresh oxygen to your body. Bring your hands back underneath your chest. Lift your torso up to the sky. Come all the way up. Point your toes out. Sitting back into goddess. So your thighs are really on fire. Up onto your tippy toes. Back down. One more time. Tippy toes. Down and fold. Going a little bit deeper this time. Maybe adding more organic movement. Pulling your chest farther through underneath your thighs. Maybe your head is resting on the ground just a little bit. Maybe, yeah. Maybe opening up that stance just a little bit. On purpose or not. Trying something new. Or maybe bringing them closer together and seeing if you can lean farther. Stretching a different area of the back of your leg. Just playing with something new. Breathing deep. Allowing your heart rate to slow a little bit. Bringing your hands back underneath your chest. Bending your left knee, going into Vinyasa. Going for that bind if you took it on the other side. Bringing your hands back to center. And the other side. Allowing your breathing to continue to get deeper. Back to center. Come all the way up. Back to warrior two. Breathe in as you reverse your warrior. And as you breathe out, you flow. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. One more big breath in. Let it all out. Come onto your knees. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows here with your breath. Breathing in and out onto your back. Breathe out and in and then out. Arching your back as much as you can, pushing all the air out. And then breathe in and go on your own breath. Each time you arch your back, you push out as much as you possibly can. And each time you're in cow, you pull in as much as you can, recirculating that oxygen, bringing fresh, new breath into your lungs. And when you're done with those two, come back to neutral. Come forward to the top of your mat for camel. So your knees are hip distance. Some of us think our hips are like you. So coming right in line, so your joints are lined up. And pushing your chest up and out. Your hips go forward, your head goes back. And with your breath, each time you exhale, you go a little bit farther. Maybe reaching for your back feet or bringing your hands to heart center in prayer. Pushing those hips forward. Slowly coming up. Bringing your bum to your heels for hero. Taking a breath here, resetting. And one more time. Back up to camel. Pushing your hips forward, your full expression. Taking a deep breath in, and lion's breath. And slowly coming up, sitting back to hero. Making your way onto your back. Taking Supta Baddha, so your soles and feet are together, your knees are out wide. Maybe wiggling your hips side to side, opening up a little bit more. Taking a deep breath in and letting it out. Bringing your knees back up and setting up the bridge. So tuck your heels towards your bum to where you can touch the backs of your feet. Yeah. Engage your core, squeeze your thighs, and lift your torso, your hips, I mean, I'm not doing much. Maybe interlace your fingers underneath your back, but lift your hips higher. Wiggle up onto your shoulders. Keep your gaze up. Breathe deep. Lift higher. Push your heels in. And slowly come down. And either doing another bridge or setting up for wheel. And up you go. Lifting high. Those hips shoot up to the sky. Your core is engaged. You're pushing through with your heels. You're straightening those arms. Tucking your chin and coming all the way down. Your knees come to touch, your feet go wider than your mat. Let your knees drop over to the right side. Then over to the left. And over to the right. Over to the left. Back to neutral. And set up for one more time. Lift your hips high, up you go. Tightening all of those muscles along your spine. Tucking your chin, coming back down. Soles of your feet together, knees out wide. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Taking a big deep breath in and let it out. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And start to rock, front to back. Rock and roll all the way to downward facing dog. Really push your toes into the mat. Maybe even shift forward a little bit, stretching the backs of your legs. Push those toes, shifting forward and back, trying to open up a little bit more each time you go back. Stretching your calves. Maybe bending one knee and really pushing into the straight one. And switching sides. Giving the calves a little bit more love than you normally do. Come back to neutral. Lifting your right leg high. Placing the sole of your foot to the outside of your pinky, the right pinky setting it up for lizard. You can either drop your back knee or keep it lifted. You can drop to your forearms or stay on your palms, wherever you need to be to get the deepest stretch, deepest opening throughout your hips and inner thighs. Maybe grabbing your knee and pushing it away from you. Breathing deep. Letting your head get heavy. Coming up onto your palms. With your right arm reaching back and grabbing that foot. So keeping your knee down. Yeah. Kicking into your hand, opening your heart to this side of the room. Yeah, there you go. Really kick into your hand and really pull that foot towards you. Bringing both hands back, wiggling that top foot across for half pigeon. And here, zippering your thighs. So squeezing your thighs together, like you're just gonna pop up and touch to create proper alignment with your hips before you fold over. So it kind of drags that back leg forward when you squeeze your thighs together, squaring off your hips. Yeah. Take a big deep breath in. Allowing the space between your shoulder blades to relax. Your head gets heavy against your mat. Your hips sink a little bit more closer to the ground. Breathing in deep and letting it go. Acting as if your breath is like a waterfall. As you breathe in, it flows through the center of your body, circulating through the hips, down your legs, and out the bottom of your feet. Carrying with it all the stuff, the pebbles, the muck, and releasing it. Allow yourself to go deeper into your fold, your hips open more. Your breathing gets deeper. Slowly lifting your torso. Bring the bottom foot around. Excuse me, I'm shouldn't have that way. One towel around that. We're going to set it for fire love. So placing your ankle just over your knee. Or sitting in crisscross, so that's available to you. And then you can place a block underneath your foot if you'd like to help give yourself a little bit more stability. And then really start to lean into that front knee, breathing deep, and then eventually folding over. Letting your breath get you a little bit deeper. Each time you push out your air, you pull a little more. And then slowly lifting your torso, coming back up. And you're going to shift that top foot over for calf base. You have to wiggle your bum, keeping your heel out from under your butt. So you're not sitting on it. And reaching up tall and folding forward. Flexing your feet to protect your knees and your ankles. Lots of fun hipping now. We carry, as women, we typically carry a lot more emotion in our hips than anywhere else in our bodies. And I know obviously we get like achy shoulders and stuff when we're stressed out, but our hips are so strong that sometimes we don't feel it until we're really stretching and opening, and that's when it becomes uncomfortable. Breathing through it, allowing yourself to get deeper and open up and release all of that stuff that does not serve you anymore. Maybe shaking out one leg at a time. Moving it out. Lifting your left leg. Pulling your foot forward for lizard. Taking your variation, whether your knee is down or up, on your forearms or not, just letting yourself open up that hip. If your back knee is lifted, engage your core to help you stay. Breathing deep. The deeper you go here, the farther you go in pigeon, the farther you go in firelog, and the farther you go in cow face. So opening up, letting yourself get deep in there. Dropping the knee down, reaching back, grabbing your foot, and left hand. Opening your heart up. So you're rotating, you're adding a little bit of a twist. Yeah. Breathing deep. Releasing your foot, bringing your palms back. Wiggling that top foot over. Half pigeon. Squeezing those thighs together, rotating those hips, and folding forward. Taking a big deep breath in and letting it out. Allow yourself to melt away. Any thoughts that come up, just label them as thoughts and let them go. slowly lifting your torso, bringing that back foot around, parallel on the other side. So the goal is to have your shins parallel. Yeah, obviously. Maybe look at it. Reaching up tall, and then folding forward, pushing that knee towards the ground. With each breath, try relaxing the muscles around your hips just a little bit. The more we relax into it, the deeper we can go. And at first it may become uncomfortable, but then over time it becomes easier. And slowly lifting your torso, wiggling that top foot over, and adjusting yourself for cow face. Flexing your feet to protect your ankles and knees. But again, trying to allow the muscles on the interior and the outside of your hips just to relax and melt. Easier said than done, and especially when you're stretching. Taking a breath in. And fold it. Slowly unraveling. When you're tapping your heels on the ground, wiggling, opening up your hips a little bit. Reaching your feet forward, pressing your toes, reaching up, and folding. Releasing grip, moving on to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Dropping them over to the left side. Bring them back to center, over to the right. Back to center. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself one big last squeeze, firing up all your muscles. And then kicking it out for Shavasana. with your arms. Taking a big deep breath in, filling up as much as you can, a little bit more, and let it all go.